All right, and moving on, the arguments in the Supreme Court on the legality of Trump's use of emergency law to impose global tariffs were completed on Wednesday.
The 9 U.S. Supreme Court justices will now decide on the case normally, and the top court takes months to make decisions. While President Trump has requested an expedited decision, it is unclear when the court will actually give out its ruling.
The line of questioning by the justices aligned more with the plaintiff's position. The line of questioning by the justices, as we've just discussed, since it aligned with the plaintiff's position, the prediction platforms are anything to go by. Bets are on Polymarket and Carl Free show. Very low market confidence in a Trump's win.
During the arguments, U.S. Solicitor General John Sawyer, representing Trump's administration, faced tough questions. Key justices also voiced doubts about the constitutionality of Trump's tariffs. Chief Justice John Roberts characterized tariffs as the core power of Congress since they amounted to the imposition of taxes on Americans. Justice Amy Coney Barrett questioned whether the argument on IEEPA phrasing was enough for Trump to impose tariffs. 3 conservative justices raised concerns about Trump's use of emergency law to collect billions of dollars in tariffs.
Justice Neil Gorsuch repeatedly raised concerns about the administration bypassing Congress's authority. Now, he said that raising of revenue is done through our elected representatives. The justice said that the constitutional assignment of the taxing power to Congress is really a key part of the context here. He also questioned the administration's claim that Congress had delegated its constitutional authority over tariffs to the president.
Trump appointed justices Neil Gorsuch and Amy Coney Barrett also asked skeptical questions. However, all 3 also probed arguments pressed by tariff opponents. Separately, lawyer Benjamin Gutman, arguing against Trump's tariffs, acknowledged that IEEPA could allow the president to cut off trade entirely with a country, to which Justice Brett Kavanaugh said that it is a bit unusual. A law would allow that, but not the more modest approach of imposing tariffs. Gutman responded that taxation was an inherently different authority.
Well, the word capacious was used at least 7 times in Wednesday's arguments. Sovereign Justice Gorsuch said the exact same sentence. Regulate is a capacious verb, and they were talking about the part of the IEEPA statute that defines presidential authority during emergencies, which says the president may regulate transactions involving foreign entities. Gorsuch also said the wording of the IEEPA statute is capacious and could be read as including tariff authority. Now, Merriam-Webster defines capacious as containing or capable of containing a great deal.
Justice Amy Barrett asked Neil Gatyal, the lawyer arguing on behalf of a group of private companies, what the consequences would be of invalidating Trump's tariffs. And Barrett asked, if you win, tell me how the reimbursement process would work. Would it be a complete mess? In response, Gatyal said there is precedent for refunds. The lawyer said that the burden of the refund process should not determine the outcome of the case. Gatyal added that the case was about the president's authority and not Trump's claims of disaster.
And for more on this, our correspondent Susan Tehrani has sent us this report from New York. Take a look.
The Supreme Court heard arguments on whether President Donald Trump lawfully used the International Emergency Economic Powers Act to impose sweeping tariffs on imports bypassing Congress. Justices were sharply critical, asking whether setting tariffs is truly an executive power or one reserved for Congress under the Constitution. The case challenges a core pillar of Trump's trade agenda and could reshape boundaries of presidential authority in trade policy. The court now moves to its internal conference, where justices vote and assign an opinion writer. The outcome may either strike down or significantly limit the president's tariff powers or uphold the administration's broad reading of the law. If the administration loses, it may need to unwind billions in collecting tariffs and shift to other legal authorities for trade action. Susan Tehrani reporting from New York for WION World is One.